Good evening, everyone. It's 5 to 1 in the morning. In really? Oh no, it's probably 5 to 12 because of the time change. I'm in India now. In India, across the border today. It's the 2nd of January, I think. 2nd of Jan? No, it can't be. It feels like the first. But okay, we've done quite a few things since the 26th, which is when we left Pokhara, I think. But basically, oh, paragliding. That's I think the last thing I had to double check my videos to see what I was talking about, so I could continue on. But paragliding was the next was what I did in Pokhara, which was really cool. It was just after bungee jumping, it was just not really like didn't really phase me much, but just had to run and jump off a cliff and then float with the wind kind of thing with this thing hanging off you, and it was pretty fun. It was very cool experience. But what else has been happening? We had to leave Pokhara a day early because of I think another strike that happened a few days ago. So we left Pokhara and yeah, at like 5 o'clock at night, and then was on the bus for around 4 hours, which was pretty intense. But had a tiny bit of a snooze, and then we couldn't our destination, which was supposed to be Saura, or it's spelled Sauhara, but it's pronounced Saura, I think, which is near Chitwan, pretty much Chitwan National Park. We were supposed to be stay there that night, but they couldn't accommodate all of us, so we had to go to this little dingy place, which was it's pretty freaky. It was kind of this weird, just there were mosquito nets with holes in them, and it was something out of a weird kind of horror movie. But it was a good night. It was funny. We kind of stayed up a bit late, drinking, just chatting, stuff like that. A few of us just having fun, and then so the next morning we headed off to Sora, ended up in Sora, and Sora was really cool. It was really laid back. It was really chilled. We had two recordings that we did of just native Taru music, and the Taru people come from, I think, that like the Taru Desert in India, and they travelled north into Nepal, and that's where they've kind of settled. I think anyway, and that's where the tradition of the music has come from, and yeah, so we did some recordings there, which was really cool, and yeah, they do stick dancing, which is really awesome. I think might be I might have a video of that somewhere, but yeah, where basically they kind of it's sort of like the Chipawati thing, the Brazilian that fight dance kind of style stuff, but they do it with sticks and it's all synchronized, and then on the backdrop there's this guy playing a madol kind of thing, which is like a double-sided kind of boom 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 kind of big drum thing. Well, it's not a marble; it's a big version of that called starting with D, and then another guy with like chimes, called like little cymbally things, making noises like, and then they do the stick dance in time with that, which is really cool. And then yes, that was a great experience. But what happened was when we got there was this rhinoceros, like an actual rhinoceros just off to the side, so we're kind of like creeping past it. Got there, started recording. We did a few recordings. We're on the third recording, and during this time, the rhinoceros just slowly kind of crept closer and closer, just eating grass and stuff like that. And eventually, like, we finished the last recording just in time with 1%, like 1 little minute of battery left anyway. So we saved, closed the laptop, and as soon as we finished the last recording, the rhinoceros was close enough that it saw us because they got really bad eyesight apparently, and it just turned and just started charging, and everyone just grabbed whatever they could and just dashed into the woods, because we were in this clearing, middle of a foresty kind of thing. But it was hilarious. Just charged, the whole group of us, and everyone just spread out. It was the adrenaline rush was fucking unbelievable. It was really intense. And everyone, like, for the rest of the day, it was just a bit kind of, holy shit, we've just been charged by a rhinoceros. That's hilarious. But then, having to go back and pick up all our audio gear and all that stuff was really funny. But what else did we do in Sora? We kind of had a couple of days of chilling out. We did a forest walk, which was really nice. Didn't see much, just a couple of rhinos, lots of deer, lots of birds, that kind of stuff. Swamp, marshland, rainforesty kind of stuff. Went to like an elephant breeding center, which was sort of sad, like seeing them kind of, they're all chained up there, and it's all for the good because they get hunted, and it's a positive thing, but it's still pretty bad, like seeing an elephant with like a 1.5 to 2 meter chain on its leg, kind of not being able to reach like a cracker that you've thrown at it, and it's like it hasn't reached it far enough, and it's reaching and trying to get it, and it's like oh, it's pretty full on, but but yeah, so it was well cute seeing the baby elephants. It was really nice. We rode elephants as well, which was awesome. Such ancient, like wise looking creatures. It's just unbelievable things. Really cool. More to do with elephants. We saw was the international elephant racing while we were here, which was really cool. So we got to see the elephant races, which was awesome because the elephants, some of them are just really dopey and don't really run, but some of them really like charge and like get into it. And there's also the horse and cart racing, and Jerem, one of the guys here on the Geos project as well, he I think he got a wild card or something, and he got to get onto the cart and actually ride, like kind of not hold the reins, but sit next to the guy with the reins and ride the cart with the horse. Which that was really fun. He got some photos, and yeah, it was really cool. And then after that, it was elephant soccer, which was also just absolutely ridiculous. We've got videos and photos of that stuff, and it's absolutely crazy. You know, you hear all about it and you see videos of it, but actually seeing these elephants play soccer and literally actually playing soccer, it's ridiculous. It's hilarious. But yeah, we had noodle stalls there, which was sort of a bit kind of, we tried to go to the cleanest one that looked good. And Greg's wife Poonam, she kind of went to this one noodle bar and she was like, oh, we'll buy noodles from here, and I was like, oh, that's okay. So yeah, it was fine. No one got sick from that stuff, which was cool. It was like a little fair. Then yeah, after Solra, I can't really remember much. We've done so much the past few days. Or we did 2 recordings in Solra. Oh, we got to watch a cultural program as well of the stuff that we had been recording that day, but in like a theatre setting kind of thing, which was cool. Like saw like a peacock dance and also this thing called the ladyboy dance, but there's this man comes out dressed like a woman. It's sort of like a drag show kind of thing, but it's very different connotations. Like it's very kind of cultural kind of significance. I don't know how, but it's there, and it's very, very cool. It was really fun. And then at the end, everyone's invited up onto the stage to dance, which was really cool. Dance to the theme song of the Gandhara people, like that violin instrument kind of thing, which was really cool.